All right, today we're going to finish up chapter 8, which is basically a review on solving inequalities and equations, right? So it's really nothing that's brand new to you today, stuff that we have seen before. So we should be able to move through it fairly quickly, okay? But we're just going to go over some of these things, make sure we know what to do and how to solve each of these. On this, it's going to ask you to solve and check your solution, okay? So first thing we're going to do is solve for our variable, and then we'll check that our answer is correct, all right? Anybody raise your hand and tell me what would be my first step here, Nick Chet?
Put the parentheses.
How can I get rid of those parentheses?
Distribute.
Perfect. So I distribute 4, right? Because I can't add, or I can't subtract 6 from D because they're not like terms, right?
Yeah.
So Nick Jet, what do you get when you distribute 4 inside your parentheses?
40 and negative 25.
Perfect. Don't forget, the biggest mistake I see when people distribute is they forget to distribute to the second number. Be careful of your sign. Okay? Do I have any like terms on the same side?
Yeah,
No.
No. So my next step, K Chill, is to move what?
Subtract.
Okay? Did you say subtract D?
Yeah.
Good. Move all your variables to the same side. Cancels here. What am I left with on the left side here?
12. Well, negative.
Negative 12. Don't forget that sign. Okay? What is 4D minus D?
3D.
3D. Bring down that negative 24. Okay? So since I moved all my variables to the right side, what should I do with negative 24?
Plus.
Add to the other side. So if I add 24 to both sides, what is negative 12 plus 24?
12.
Okay? So I get positive 12 is equal to 3D. Am I finished? Why, Stone?
Divide by 3.
Because I have to get the variable by itself.
Yeah.
Okay? So Stone, I would get D is equal to 4. Okay? How would I know, Reno, how would I know if my answer is correct?
Check it.
Okay? How do I check this?
4 minus 12 is equal to 4 times 4 minus 6.
Okay? What is 4 minus 12?
Negative
Thank you. What is 4 minus 6?
2.
Negative 2.
And then negative 2 times 4.
Negative 8.
Okay. So it checks. I'm good to go. Remember, I am okay if you type that into your calculator for your check. Just remember, if you're typing this side into your calculator, you should write 4 and then type in parentheses 4 minus 6. Okay? If you hit 4 times 4 minus 6, that's going to give you 10 because it's going to multiply 4 first. You have to type it in the calculator exactly how you see it. Correct? Okay.
Distribute
Okay, distribute what, Stone?
6 and tell y and 6.
What would that give me?
6y and negative 30.
Okay. What else?
You would distribute 2 and 10 and get 20. And then 2, 3, 6.
Okay. Right, can somebody else tell me what my next step would be? Sai?
Plus, or minus 6y.
All right. Good, because there's no like terms, so I'm going to move variables. What happens to both of those?
Cancel out.
They both cancel because they're opposites, right? What am I left with?
Negative 30 equals 20.
Is that true?
No.
No. So can anyone tell me what I would say for my answer?
Not applicable.
Applicable.
Applicable is false. No solution.
No solution, right? So there is no solution to this problem. Here is the symbol for no solution, okay? It's a 0 with a line through it. I'm okay. You do not have to write both of those. You only have to write one. Either use the symbol or write out no solution. Okay, Chill?
What if it ended up being negative 30 equals negative 30?
Okay, just give me a second. We're going to get there.
Wait, is that a two?
It's a, I'm sorry.
It's a Z.
Z. I always put a line through it so you know it's not. You'll know if it's a Z. I'll put the line through the middle. Okay. Molly, can you tell me what my first step would be here? Okay. I always want to get rid of those parentheses, right? So I use distributive property. Molly, what would that give me when I distribute that 2? 10z plus what? 16 minus 12. Okay, now remember, I always tell you before you move variables to check for what? Like terms. Do I have any?
16 minus 12.
Yes, 16 minus 12. So I would get 10z plus 4 is equal to what?
10Z plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay, now you should be able to tell pretty quickly what's going to happen. What do I move next?
Subtract
10
10Z.
zeros.
Get rid of your variable. So subtract 10z. They do both cancel out here, right?
Plus 4.
I get 4 equals 4. Now here's what this tells me. When I get a true, when my solution is true, like 4 equals 4, I'm going to say all reals. Okay, the symbol for that looks like this. It's,
Whoa.
okay, now, for no solution, it's not really possible to do a check, correct? Because there is no solution to that problem. Okay, what about all reals?
Yes.
It's,
Because you can substitute in 1.
Okay, I could substitute 1 for z. What else? What does all reals mean? All real numbers. So I could substitute 1. I could substitute -10. I could substitute -1000. Right? It's going to work every single time. Somebody give me a value.
20.
Hey, hey, listen. Hey, somebody give me a value between -10 and +10.
0.7.
9.75.
Okay, let's try 0.
pi.
Listen, you can choose whatever number you want. Now, it has to be a real number. Okay?
1.75 billion is a real number.
But then you're going to have to show what that solution is. So I would just choose a simple number, okay? All right, Lucas, thanks for volunteering. Tell me what is 10 times 0
0,
plus 4.
14.
What is it? 4, okay? All right, Tate Wilhite. What is 0 plus, or what's 5 times 0? What's 0 plus 8? What is 8 times 2? 16 minus 12. Okay, so did I get 4 is equal to 4?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, again, Cy might choose to plug in -4. Taylor might choose to plug in +3. Whatever you plug in, you're going to get a true solution. Okay, so our check works here. If it's all reals, just pick a number and check it. Yes.
Is it always going to be 4 equals 4 like that?
No, because like if you choose 1, 1 times 10 is 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So that time you get 14 equals 14. But it is still going to work every time. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Any questions on that part? Okay, let's do a couple on inequalities real quick. I'm only going to show you 2 examples because I think you all should be okay on this. Grayson, can I add anything inside my parentheses? No, so what would I do to get rid of those, Grayson? All right, tell me what you get.
30 plus
Less than 4x. Okay. Can anybody tell me what my next step would be? Gunnar?
Subtract 10x.
Okay.
No.
Gunnar, why would I subtract 10x?
Because like terms.
Yeah, because everything on the other side already has x. Okay, so it just makes sense to go ahead and move 10x over there. Now, is that the only way to solve? No. Is it the quickest way to your answer? Yes. Okay, so I would get 30 is less than what?
Negative. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nathan Miranda, can you tell me what my last step is to get x by itself?
divide divide by -6.
Okay. What happens, Nathan, when I divide by a negative number on both sides?
You flip the thing.
Perfect. Inequality. Yes. Okay. Nathan, what's 30 divided by -6?
-5.
Okay. Now, is it okay for you to leave your variable on the right side?
Yeah.
Yes. Will I always write mine on the left side?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Because on this, it's going to ask you to graph on a number line. Okay. So when you graph on a number line, it's a lot easier if your variable's on the left. So really, this is x is less than -5. Okay. Who can tell me what that would look like on my number line?
-5 and to the right would be
Okay. What type of circle would I have there, Stone? Open, going which direction? Good. Going to the values that are less than. Okay. Now, again, Stone, if you choose to leave yours like this and not write the variable first, you just need to be careful because the mouth is closed to the variable. That means less than. Okay. So make sure you're careful when you graph those if the variable's not in front. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Last one. Landon, tell me what I would do first here. Good. And tell me what that would give you.
70 and 42.
Perfect. Okay. Everything else just comes down because you haven't done anything with that yet. Piper, are there any like terms that I can combine on the same side?
No.
No? So what would I do next?
Subtract 17.
Why would you choose 70 and not 14?
It's smaller.
Good. Could you subtract 14 though? Yes, you can. All right, 14t minus 7t would give me 7t minus 28 less than 42. Okay. Gabe,
Yeah.
since I moved everything with a variable to the left side, what should I move to the right side? Okay, what would that be?
Plus 28.
All right. So if I add 28 to 42, Gabe, what is that equal to?
70.
Okay, so I get 7t is less than 70. Ethan, can you tell me what my last step would be here to get t by itself?
Divided by 7.
Perfect. And I would get t is less than 10. Okay. Who have I not picked on today? Bailey? All right, Bailey. Tell me how I would graph this. What type of circle? Why? How do you know the difference between a closed or open circle? You look where?
At the sign.
At the inequality. Which one, closed circle, has what underneath it? Okay, so since this does not have the equal sign underneath, you would leave it open. Remember, closed circle includes the number, open does not, right? So if I, can you choose 10 as a value here? No, so you leave it open, okay? Lainey, what direction do I shade, left or right?
Left.
Perfect. Okay, we feel okay with this?
Yes.
Who said no?
Yes and no.
Hey, let me ask this question while you're writing this down. Did this help kind of clear up some questions that you've had in past lessons? Okay. Hey, listen to me real quick. On 18 through 34, make sure, Gage, that you're doing every other even. Okay? And then just 36, 40, 44. Okay?